Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken. I'm just curious if you got your tire pressure gauge. Now, I don't know if you already have one, but it sure seems to be a hot topic for energy savings this political campaign year. But for now, we'll bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. McCain campaigning with a tire pressure gauge.
I know. This is like I said yesterday. McCain is letting Obama take his foot and put it in his mouth, and he wants to point out continually. I mean, we have talked about the things you can do to help save, your gasoline. Tire pressure is important, but tire pressure and tune-up and and putting nitrogen in your tires is not going to save 12 million barrels of oil a day. That's an impossibility, folks.
They may make incremental differences.
Yeah, no, the majority of the people actually do check their tire pressure, and they do keep their cars tuned.
Helicopters prepare for new rescue attempt on K2 avalanche.
Now, this is third day they've been at this. That's how many people are stuck there.
Bush kicks off Asia trip with South Korea stop balancing act.
Yeah, and basically they've had to use they have a better way of handling riots over in other countries. They hit the water cannons were used on all the people demanding that George Bush be arrested for crimes against humanity. We won that war, folks.
Yeah. Tropical storm closes in on Texas Gulf Coast storm tracker.
I know. It's like 6 to 12 inches of rain is dumped now. This is the worst possible one. It's a lingering storm. It's not hit and leave. It's just continuing to sit there.
Plane crashes into Oregon house. 3 children and 2 adults killed.
I know. I mean, I knew pilots that basically would crash their planes into the street before they'd hit a house.
Michelle Obama anticipates life as First Lady and Mom-in-Chief.
Well, yeah, since Obama was made President of the United States, I saw her a little while ago on television talking about her duties as the first wife.
But don't they normally talk about that anyway?
No, her duties. See, they don't talk about it until after they get the nomination.
Oh, that's
but
true.
She's now talking about her duties, that what she will be doing as the wife of the president. That's presumptuous again.
Yahoo! Microsoft reportedly agree on China Code of Conduct.
Yeah, which basically means suck up to the Chinese or you don't get to play here.
Or your content doesn't get out.
That's right.
Iggy Pop and the Stooges equipment stolen after Montreal show.
I know. I mean, who'd think that people would go to an Iggy Pop concert with steal equipment?
Anthrax suspect connected to Princeton sorority.
I probably know somebody in a sorority. I mean, everybody knows somebody. Okay, we'll put it this way. There's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Everybody in Hollywood could be connected to Kevin Bacon some way, and I think everybody in the world can be connected. So if you work, I mean, I can be connected to so many people. It's not
6
real.
degrees of, you mean Kevin Bacon, of separation or Kevin Bacon?
No, it's they're just making fun of that. But.
Marines ordered to stay longer in Afghanistan.
Yeah, because if they didn't order them, they wouldn't stay.
Negativity the norm in presidential campaign A?
Yeah, I know. That's from the Associated Press. Basically, we're going back. We can go back to the days that a duel ended up being fought between Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton about the presidency.
Yeah, and you know what would happen if they had a duel?
Yeah.
Well, the current candidates.
Yeah, I mean,
presumptive candidates.
No, one is the president. The other is just acting like he's trying to win the presidency.
Attack kills 16 police days before the Olympics.
I know. The Chinese are really harping on that, but there's not been any press allowed to go to the area where the attack happened.
MDs urged to quit prostate screens in elderly men.
Well, I figure once you get to be my age, it really doesn't make any difference anymore.
You're dying from one thing or another.
They give them Viagra, so who cares?
Morgan Freeman seriously injured in car crash.
And they said that they had to use the jaws of life to get him out of his car. But this is the second time in the last few years that Morgan Freeman has had an accident. So I think it's time for Mr. Freeman to give up his driver's license. I don't drive because I'm too old.
Official, Olsen seeks immunity in Ledger probe.
Yeah, it seems like she may have had something to do or know something about where he got the two painkillers that caused the reaction. Mr. Ledger may not have even known that he was getting painkillers now.
Oh, that's bad.
Right, then that makes it manslaughter.
Obama backed some drilling, tapping oil stockpile.
Yeah. the 7th of July, 3 days after he was made President of the United States by acclamation, he told people he did not approve any drilling and did not approve taking money from oil from the strategic reserve, which, folks, by the way, is actually meant to fuel our airplanes, our tankers, all of that stuff. So if you take it from that, basically, what are you going to fuel your equipment with?
Nothing like being sitting
That's
ducks.
an idea. Democrats, they figured out how to stop the war, give all the fuel away that's in the strategic reserve, and then cut off appropriations for the military to buy fuel, and basically...
They're sitting ducks.
Yeah. No, it stops the war in Iraq and Afghanistan both. If we don't have fuel for our equipment, you have to run like a chicken with its head cut off. That is smart. I hadn't even thought about that till then.
Oh, God. Oil inmate says he's too fat for execution.
Yeah, well, it's cruel and inhuman punishment to execute a fat person now. But she'll probably get by with that, too. There's discrimination.
Texas, Louisiana coast begin to feel tropical storm.
They've been feeling it for 2 days now.
Lawyers for Mexicans say execution violates treaty.
Well, the guy coming here and killing somebody violated the treaty, so...
Chicago tornado warning sounded. Wrigley cleared.
I know. I mean, the baseball athletic stadiums are not designed to be cleared in a hurry, so that must have been a real stampede.
Man pleads guilty in Las Vegas arson case.
Well, yeah, they nearly killed himself and, caught the stuff all over his place, so he's sort of stuck.
Feds, tribe wage illegal fight in immigration scam.
Yeah, they were illegal aliens. They were selling citizenship, memberships to the tribe for X amount of dollars, and said they didn't realize it was illegal. Well, there's a technicality. They're a sovereign nation, and therefore have the right to make anybody a citizen they choose to make. So the feds will lose it in court. They'll tell them not to do it anymore, but they'll lose it in court.
McCain visiting motorcycle rally, nuke power plant.
Yeah, well, because we need a method of energy that's not going to be a polluter. I mean, so a power plant can blow up, but other than Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island, and they actually do go off, don't they?
Clinton, I never made a racist comment.
That's right. Clinton, remember, but it depends upon what one person is racist is not another person's racist. You got to remember, Bill Clinton is a good old boy. He's one of those guys that, from the South, that basically fought a war to keep those guys not on the $1 bill from being free. So
no change expected in Fed interest rates.
No, I think they said the same thing yesterday. I mean, it's like yesterday they expected no change. Today they expect no change. Tomorrow they'll say there was no change. This is a really bad news time, people.
Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger has proposed a temporary 1-cent increase in the state sales tax.
There is no such thing as temporary. Once it's there, it never comes off the books.
I know.
You ever hear of a tax being repealed?
Even if it's only supposedly for
you
4
will
years.
repeal tax cuts, but you never repeal a tax.
Democrats, led by Barack Obama, are retreating from long-held positions.
Well, that's because they are so far on the wrong side of some issues that it could be a toss of the coin whether Republicans can take back the House and Senate now.
Ooh. Starbucks offers afternoon drink deal nationwide.
Yeah, but you have to bought a drink earlier in the day to get $1 off on your next drink later in the evening. It's basically the company is in bad shape, and they're trying to get people that used to buy more than one drink now to come back and later and buy a second drink. It's not going to happen.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Tomorrow will always put you 1 day behind.